Hey guys, it's Julia, and for today's video I'm going to be doing another book review, and today I'm going to be reviewing You by Kepnes. And this book, we follow a guy named Joe, and he works in a bookstore, and then one day this girl named Beck walks in. He kind of becomes very interested, and over time this builds up to an obsession, and he starts stalking her, hacking her email, finding out where she lives, etc. And it is a crazy ride. It is a thriller. It is an adult thriller, and the language is very crude, so there's a lot of swearing, a lot of mature content, so be aware of that before picking this up. So I did overall really enjoy it. It's probably my favorite book of September 2015, and it was very good. Joe was one of the most screwed up characters like ever, and everything he did was insane, and you thought it was so normal when you were reading it in his head because he made it sound so normal. Like, he didn't freak out, he didn't do anything, and as soon as you stopped reading you're like, hold up, that's insane. And then when you were reading it in his head, it was just so normal to him and so casual, and I'm like, it's not casual, this is not normal. And sorry for the lighting change, I can already see it changing a lot, but overall this book was definitely fantastic. It is written in second person, so the way it's written is, instead of saying Beck did this, she did this, whatever, it's saying you walked into the bookstore, you did this, whatever. And it's kind of scary how he's like referring to you, and it makes it so much better because usually I hate second person, but in this book it was done very well. And yes, on the back it says you're going to be sorry when you realize what you made me do. The good news is that I have no regrets. And this book is coming out with a sequel. So excited. It's coming out on February 26th or something of 2016. So I'm really excited for that to come out and to read that. But this book was fantastic. I really recommend it if you enjoy thrillers. This is going to take you on an extreme ride, and it is fantastic. I loved it, and yeah, and it's really easy to get into. You just have to get into the writing a little bit, which will take you a couple chapters, but after that you're fine, and it's great. It's great. Now I just wanted to get into a quick spoilery section and talk about the events and things like that. So I will see you guys soon who haven't read it to leave if you haven't read it, so you won't be spoiled. And if you haven't read it yet, I really recommend picking it up. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5. I may boost that up, but for now it's a 4.5 out of 5. So see you all very soon. Bye. Hello, welcome, spoiler section. Let's do this. So he was doing insane things, of course, and he ended up dating her at one point because he gets so involved in her life that he ends up like seeing her in public and running into each other and all that kind of stuff. But he ends up trapping her ex-boyfriend or current boyfriend or whatever. She ends up trapping him. He ends up trapping him and putting him in this cage and making him read books, and eventually he kills him, and I believe he cremates him. What is that? Like, one of the things that kind of bothered me was that no one had any idea. Beck was so clueless. Not that, like, if I was in her situation I would think he was a stalker like right away, but like, she was so clueless until like the end when she finally sorted everything out. And she was like running, and then he just grabbed her and killed her, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And he killed her friend Peach, which is like her best friend, and he just killed her too. I'm like, damn, this dude's just killing everybody. Like, what are you doing? And it ends the book off with Joe. There's this new girl that walks into the bookstore, and she wants a job. He finds her mysterious. He finds her whatever, and she gets the job. And in the next book, in the synopsis, it says he's gonna get obsessed with her. It's gonna be all their story about what happened with them. Hopefully she doesn't end up like Beck, which is dead. But yeah, he killed Beck and he killed everybody else. So that was a little weird. But yeah, that is all for my review, guys. I'm sorry if it seems a little bit rushed. It's just I don't have a very detailed, like super detailed thoughts. I do have my Goodreads where I have a lot more detailed reviews, and I spend hours on those. So yeah, check my Goodreads out in the description box. Yes, but I'll see you all very soon with a new video. And if you haven't read this book, well, you've read it if you're here, but let me know what you guys thought of it down below, if you liked it, if you didn't like it. I'll see you all very soon. Bye.
Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul, seal your doom tonight. shake and shudder in surprise when you hear these zombies shriek.
We're so sorry, skeletons, you're so misunderstood. You only want to socialize,
but I don't think we should.
A spooky, scary skeleton shouts startling shrilly.